The F-35 is more than just a fighter jet. Designed to meet the diverse needs of the United States military and its allies, the F-30 Lightning II is definitely a major leap in terms of stealth, versatility, and cutting-edge technology. However, recent news about a new prototype has sparked global buzz, and aviation fans everywhere are curious. Is the US secretly testing a more advanced version of the F-35? And what makes this aircraft one of the best fighters in the world? Join us as we unveil the shocking capabilities of the United States' top-secret F-35. The F-35 is often seen as a sleek and high-tech fighter jet, designed with a strong focus on stealth and precise, targeted missions. This reputation is mostly accurate. The F-35 belongs to the fifth generation of fighter aircraft, equipped with advanced software that improves how it shares data and connects with other systems. It plays a vital role in modern air forces due to these cutting-edge capabilities. Lately, there's also been buzz about a rumored new version of the F-35 that President Donald Trump recently mentioned. According to Trump, this version, called the F-55, would feature two engines and be a much more powerful upgrade over the current F-35. He also spoke about an F-22 Super version of the Raptor jet. But the question remains, how true are the rumors of these interesting upgrades? Let's get into it. Back in the year 2000, if someone had claimed they could build a fighter jet that was stealthy, could take off and land vertically, and fly faster than the speed of sound, most experts would have said it was impossible. According to Tom Burbidge, who led Lockheed Martin's program from 2000 to 2013, the idea of putting all those high-tech features into one aircraft seemed out of reach at the time. Thanks to technological evolution, nothing is impossible. The fighter jet was designed to meet the needs of several military branches by combining advanced features into a single, powerful aircraft. The goal was to make it easier for different forces to share parts, training, and maintenance routines, while still having a jet that could perform well in many types of missions. It was also built to include stealth technologies first used in the F-22 Raptor. Now, Lockheed Martin is planning to take the aircraft to a whole new level. Imagine a future where F-35 fighter jets don't even need pilots to fly them, where these planes can carry out missions all on their own, smarter and stealthier than ever before. That future might be coming sooner than you think. Lockheed Martin is working hard to keep the F-35 jets powerful and useful for many years by adding new technology and upgrades inspired by their latest, most advanced fighter jet program. Even though Lockheed didn't win the competition to build the brand new sixth-generation fighter for the US Air Force, the company learned a lot. They are now using that knowledge and technology to improve the F-35. These upgrades, sometimes called the Ferrari or NASCAR upgrade, could give the F-35 new coatings and better systems while keeping the same basic shape or chassis of the aircraft. The company believes this could make the F-35 almost as capable as a sixth-generation fighter, but for much less money. But whether this bold claim is true still remains to be seen. Lockheed Martin's CEO, Jim Taiclet, recently spoke about these plans at a big industry conference. He said that within 2 or 3 years, the world might see important improvements in the F-35's abilities as some of the new technologies from the sixth-generation program are added. The Air Force has already chosen Boeing's new design, called the F-47, as its next top fighter. But Lockheed isn't giving up on the F-35. One challenge is that upgrades can't just be thrown in all at once. Taiclet explained that any new equipment or software must be added carefully over time so they don't interrupt the steady production of the jets. This slow, steady approach will keep the F-35 flying without delays. Some of the exciting upgrades being considered include new types of coatings on the plane's surface. These new coatings could help the F-35 become even stealthier by better hiding it from enemy radar and heat sensors. The US military has been secretly testing shiny, mirror-like coatings on F-35s and other stealth fighters like the F-22 Raptor and the older F-117 Nighthawk. These coatings make it harder for enemies to spot the jets, giving pilots a big advantage in combat. Besides the upgrades, Lockheed Martin revealed that interest in the F-35 remains very strong worldwide, and even hinted that new countries might soon join the club of F-35 users, with places like Saudi Arabia and India possibly buying the jet in the future. Jim also recently shared some exciting ideas about possible big changes coming to the F-35 fighter jet. He mentioned that the company is looking at ways to improve the very shape and core parts of the jet, things like the engine air intakes and exhaust nozzles. These parts are very important for stealth fighters like the F-35 because they affect how easily enemy radar can spot the aircraft. The F-35's backside, especially around the engine exhaust, is known to be a weak spot when it comes to stealth. If Lockheed can improve this area, it would make the jet even harder to detect by enemy radar systems, which are becoming more advanced and dangerous. Even small improvements to the jet's shape could make a big difference in helping the F-35 stay hidden in the skies. But these aren't the only upgrades being considered. Jim also talked about other important advances, including electronic warfare, better networking between aircraft, and even adding more autonomous features to the F-35. Autonomy, or the ability of the jet to fly and fight on its own without a pilot, is especially exciting. He said this is a really critical area and believes that a pilot-optional version of the F-35 might be possible within a relatively short time. While Tychlet didn't go into all the technical details about how they would make the F-35 pilot optional, it seems doable. The F-35 already has advanced digital systems and an open, flexible computer setup that makes adding new technology easier. This means Lockheed Martin could potentially design a version of the F-35 that can fly missions by itself or with a pilot on board, depending on the need. However, it's still unclear how useful this pilotless version would be. The idea of sending a jet into dangerous places without risking a pilot is appealing, but there are questions about how much benefit this would actually bring in real combat situations. Meanwhile, the F-35 is already scheduled to get big improvements in electronic warfare, the technology used to jam enemy radars and communications, as part of its upcoming Block 4 upgrade package. This package will bring new weapons, better sensors, and stronger software to the jet, keeping it up to date with modern threats. But high-tech systems alone don't make the F-35 a top-tier jet. Its core design also plays a major role in its success. The F-35 was built to be stealthy from the start. Its shape and materials help it avoid radar detection, making it harder for enemies to track and attack it. It uses one powerful F-135 engine that can push the aircraft to speeds up to Mach 1.6. When the afterburner is turned on, the engine produces 40,000 pounds of thrust. This gives the F-35 the speed and strength it needs in combat. Inside the F-35, the cockpit has been redesigned to feel more like modern technology than older fighter jets. Instead of using lots of buttons, switches, and gauges, it features large touchscreens that are easier to read and operate. One of its most advanced features is the helmet-mounted display system, which gives the pilot real-time information right in the helmet visor. This system also allows the pilot to see through the aircraft using a set of 6 infrared cameras placed around the plane, known as the distributed aperture system. This gives the pilot a full view of the surroundings, improving safety and awareness in combat. Despite facing challenges and doubts during its development, the F-35 has become one of the most advanced and capable fighter jets in the world today. With its stealth, speed, powerful weapons, and high-tech cockpit, it shows how far military aircraft design has come in combining versatility with cutting-edge technology. However, this view tends to overlook one of the F-35's greatest strengths: its flexibility. Many people don't realize that this aircraft is not limited to stealth missions alone. It is actually a multi-role fighter, meaning it can perform different types of missions depending on what is needed. One of the most surprising features of the F-35 is its ability to switch roles and carry a much heavier weapons load. This transformation is referred to as going into beast mode. In beast mode, the F-35 puts aside its focus on being hard to detect and instead takes on a more aggressive form. It loads up with weapons on both internal and external points, sacrificing some stealth in exchange for sheer firepower. This makes the jet look less like a secretive hunter and more like a powerful, heavy-hitting warplane. This mode is especially useful when the goal is not to sneak into enemy airspace, but to overpower it. By design, the F-35 is built to carry out missions in dangerous and contested areas where the enemy has strong defenses. Its stealth features allow it to slip in, strike, and get out before being detected, In fact, one of its main jobs is to gain control of the skies at the very start of a conflict. To maintain this stealth, the F-35 normally carries its weapons in an internal bay hidden within the body of the aircraft. This helps keep its radar signature low and makes it harder to spot. However, there's a trade-off. The internal space is limited, so the number of weapons it can carry in stealth mode is restricted. That's where beast mode becomes valuable. Once the enemy's air defenses are weakened or gone, the F-35 can switch to carrying weapons externally, adding more firepower and expanding its role in the battle. The F-35 is famous for being stealthy, especially when it carries its weapons inside the jet's body. In this mode, known as stealth mode, it's very hard to detect on radar. However, this stealth comes at a cost: limited firepower. In stealth mode, the F-35 can only carry 5,700 pounds of weapons. The smaller load helps the plane stay hidden from enemy radar. But once the skies are clear, meaning enemy air defenses, radar systems, and enemy jets are gone, stealth is no longer as important. That's when the F-35 can switch to beast mode. In this mode, it's no longer trying to stay invisible. Instead, it carries a full load of weapons both inside and outside its body, making it a flying powerhouse. While beast mode gives the F-35 serious firepower, there is one drawback. The jet becomes easier to spot on radar, and its range drops to around 9,400 kilometers, about half of what it can do in stealth mode. At first, using a high-tech, fifth-generation fighter like the F-35 as a simple bomb truck might sound odd. After all, older aircraft like the F-16 or B-52 were made for that kind of mission. But when you think about the cost of the F-35 program, about $1.7 trillion, it makes sense to get as much use out of the jet as possible. The F-35 isn't just a stealth fighter for day one missions. The US military often finds itself in long, drawn-out missions, not just quick airstrikes. After the early days of a war, when air defenses are gone, the jet still needs to carry out missions like ground attacks and support. In those moments, the ability to enter beast mode becomes valuable. So while the F-35 is one of the most advanced fighter jets ever built, it's also flexible. It can sneak into enemy territory without being seen or, when needed, show its full strength and carry a massive amount of weapons. Beast mode shows that the F-35 isn't just a high-tech marvel, it's also a tough and ready fighter that can handle many different missions. Jim Taiclet recently talked about exciting plans to bring new technology from the Next Generation Fighter program, called NGAD, into the F-35 jet. This could include adding new weapons that are being developed for the more advanced sixth-generation fighter. These upgrades would help make the F-35 even stronger and more advanced. Taiclet described the idea of turning the F-35 into a 5th-gen plus version, meaning it would be much better than the current model but not quite as advanced as a full 6th-generation fighter. This idea isn't new. Taiclet first mentioned it back in April after Boeing won the NGAD competition with their new F-47 fighter. Back then, he called the plan a Ferrari or NASCAR upgrade, meaning the F-35 could get a big performance boost without needing a full redesign. What makes this plan really interesting is Taiclet's goal to deliver about 80% of the capability of a 6th-generation fighter, but at only half the cost. This would be a huge deal because building and operating new fighter jets is very expensive. Getting most of the benefits for much less money could change the way the military buys and uses fighter jets. At a recent conference, Taiclet repeated this 80% capability at 50% cost target, saying Lockheed Martin is actively working on it and has already shared some ideas with the US government. While this is an ambitious goal, the company is serious about trying to make it happen. There are also plans in place for similar upgrades for the F-22 Raptor. The F-22 is already one of the most advanced fighter jets in the world and is set to get some important improvements soon. These include a new infrared defensive system to better protect the plane, better sensors, and stealthy fuel tanks that make the jet harder to spot by enemy radar. The work on upgrading the F-22 has also helped the company learn and develop new tech that feeds into the NGAD program. Many aviation enthusiasts often wonder which aircraft would win an aerial encounter, the F-22 or the F-35. In a past interview, retired Marine Corps officer and combat pilot David Burke shared his insights with the national interest. offering a closer look at this much-debated topic. His experience is unique. Burke flew FA-18 in combat zones, trained with F-22 Raptors, and even became the first operational pilot of the F-35B, leading the Marine Corps' first F-35 squadron from 2012 to 2014. The F-22 Raptor and the F-35 Lightning II are both advanced fifth-generation fighters, but they were designed with different goals in mind. The F-35 is a single-seat, single-engine stealth fighter built for multi-role operations. In contrast, the F-22 is a twin-engine air superiority fighter built specifically for one job: to dominate the skies. In terms of stealth, the F-22 is considered the stealthiest fighter ever built, with a smaller radar signature than the F-35. When it comes to aerial combat, particularly dogfighting, the Raptor is unmatched. That's because it was purpose-built for air dominance, with super maneuverability, extreme speed, and high-altitude performance. The F-35 was never intended to match those traits. As Burke and other analysts have pointed out, the F-35's strength lies in its sensors, stealth, and multi-role capability. It's an advanced strike aircraft designed to survive in contested environments, not an air superiority jet. In fact, its aerodynamic performance is often compared to the F-16, not the F-22. Still, that doesn't mean the F-35 is weak. Against non-stealthy aircraft, it performs well, especially thanks to its advanced radar, electronic warfare systems, and sensor fusion. During large-scale battles, the Air Force expects F-35s to fill in the gaps between waves of Raptors, offering vital support and striking power. Veteran Marine Corps pilot David Burke even referred to the F-35 as the most prolific fifth-generation aircraft in the world. One of the key advantages is its information capacity. It's not just about flying fast or staying hidden. The F-35 can gather, process, and share information like no other fighter. That alone gives it a battlefield advantage. The jet can collect data from across the RF spectrum, as well as from electro-optical, infrared, and laser sources. This wide range of sensing capabilities allows it to operate more effectively and across a larger area than any of its peers. But according to Burke, what truly sets the F-35 apart is not just its ability to gather data, but how it fuses and shares it. Unlike older aircraft that act mostly as standalone systems, the F-35 is part of a broader, connected network. It takes all the incoming data, processes it for accuracy and clarity, and shares it with other jets, sensors, or ground stations. This turns the F-35 into more than just a fighter. It becomes a key node in a larger information system, enhancing the situational awareness and effectiveness of an entire force. He compares its role to that of a quarterback, not just participating in the battle, but directing the play. The F-35 is designed to lead the fight, guiding other systems in the air and on the ground with real-time information. This gives commanders a clearer view of the battlefield and helps allied forces react faster and smarter than the enemy. Burke also stressed the aircraft's ability to operate in high-threat areas. Its stealth design, combined with anti-access and area denial capabilities, allows it to go where enemy defenses are strongest and still succeed. He said that the F-35 can fight in spaces where the enemy doesn't want us to be. Because of its strong sensing and sharing capabilities, the F-35 is also capable of operating independently when needed. It doesn't need to rely on support from other aircraft. Instead, it can pass on what it sees to others, even outside normal communication ranges. Burke, the only Marine to have flown both the F-22 and the F-35, concluded that the key question is not how much it costs, but what it delivers in return. In his view, the F-35's unique features and unmatched capabilities more than justify the investment. The United States F-35 is unlike any other fifth-generation fighter jet. Since the 1990s, this technological marvel has dominated the skies with its advanced technologies and unmatched capabilities, making it nearly unbeatable. But what really sets it apart is its remarkable ability to take off vertically. How does it achieve such impressive feats, and what makes this aircraft stand out from other fifth-generation jets? Join us as we reveal the amazing performance of the F-35, showing its incredible ability with a vertical takeoff. During the late 1990s and early 2000s, the development of the F-35 was deemed important because it introduced a new set of advanced systems that set a new standard in combat aircraft design. As part of the Joint Strike Fighter program, the F-35 was created to meet the specific needs of both the Navy and Air Force. Several international partners, including the United States, Italy, Denmark, Norway, and the Netherlands, were involved in the program. In the late 1990s, both Lockheed Martin and Boeing competed with their concept demonstrators, with Lockheed ultimately winning, leading to the development of a technological marvel, the F-35, the Lockheed Martin F-35. Lightning II is an American fighter jet with one seat and one engine, built for high speed and stealth missions. This aircraft is very unique because it can handle different roles, like air combat, striking ground targets, electronic warfare, and gathering intelligence. This aircraft is designed to reach exceptional speeds of Mach 1.6 or 1.6 times the speed of sound, even while carrying a full internal payload. With almost twice the internal fuel capacity of the F-16 Fighting Falcon, the F-35 has an extended combat radius. Due to its advanced weaponry, it is heavier than earlier lightweight fighters, with the lightest variant weighing over 29,000 pounds when empty. It comes in three versions: the conventional takeoff and landing F-35A, the short takeoff and vertical landing F-35B, and the carrier-based F-35C. One of the most significant upgrades in the F-35 is its advanced technology. Built using lessons from the F-22 Raptor, it features sophisticated sensors and avionics. Its open architecture allows for continuous updates and improvements over time. Amidst its mind-blowing features, this aircraft stands out for its ability to take off and land vertically. This unique feature allows it to operate from diverse locations like aircraft carriers, small airfields, and even urban areas, making it highly adaptable. The F-35 ability to take off and land vertically relies on its powerful engine and a special lift fan. Located at the rear, this lift fan is powered by the same engine that propels the aircraft forward. When activated, the fan pushes air downwards, generating enough lift to allow vertical takeoff. Here's how it works. The pilot activates the lift fan, which directs air downward to create an upward force. This, combined with the engine's thrust, lifts the aircraft vertically. Once it's airborne, the pilot shifts from vertical to horizontal flight. This vertical takeoff capability offers many advantages. The F-35 can launch from a wide range of locations, including small airfields and aircraft carriers, giving it great operational flexibility. It also doesn't need a long runway, reducing the need for infrastructure. Additionally, it can operate in remote or dangerous areas, making it harder for enemies to target. While this capability is quite impressive, this aircraft's design is also intriguing. Let's explore the features of this fight generation masterpiece. Stealth is a huge part of the F-35 design. To stay hidden from its enemies, the jet's body is carefully shaped, with smooth curves and aligned edges to deflect radar waves, and it's coated with radar-absorbent materials. Its unique air intake design, called the diverterless supersonic inlet, keeps the engine hidden from radar while letting air in efficiently. This stealth setup makes the F-35 appear as small as a golf ball on radar at certain angles, and can sometimes even rival the stealth of the F-22. The aircraft also uses special coatings that are more durable than older stealth jets, meaning they need less upkeep. It has reduced infrared and visual signatures and tightly controls radio signals to avoid detection. The F-35 is primarily stealthy against high-frequency radar, though low-frequency radars can still detect it. But those are less precise and easier to spot. This technological marvel can also attach special reflectors to make itself visible when needed. However, there is one area where the F-35 falls short: its noise. At bases in places like Arizona and Florida, the sound has raised concerns. While its noise level is similar to older jets like the F-16, the F-35 lower frequency rumble is more noticeable. Some studies suggest its noise isn't much louder than the F-16 or F/A-18, but the deeper vibrations are easier to feel, making it stand out more. Despite this, the F-35 mission systems are among its most impressive features, showcasing cutting-edge technology that greatly enhances its performance. Bringing together a complex mix of sensors and software, these systems provide pilots with a powerful edge in battle. From radar to electronic warfare and advanced targeting cameras, every component works seamlessly to offer a complete view of the battlefield, boosting the pilot's awareness and ability to control missions in high-tech, networked warfare. The software behind this is huge, with over 8 million lines of code. Using common parts helps make updates easier and more affordable across the fleet. This high-level software, especially the parts that merge data from different sensors, took time to develop and caused some delays in the F-35 program. The F-35's radar and sensor systems are packed with advanced tech to help pilots see and respond to threats quickly and accurately. The APG-81 radar can track multiple targets over 150 kilometers away and is angled for stealth. Working with it is the AAQ-37 DAS, which uses 6 infrared sensors to give a full 360-degree view, alerting the pilot to incoming missiles and providing infrared night vision directly to their helmet. The ASQ-239 Barracuda electronic warfare system adds even more defense, with 10 antennas around the jet for warning and jamming enemy radars. This system also helps pilots pinpoint threats and deploy countermeasures. The AAQ-40 EOTS under the jet's nose enables laser targeting and long-range infrared tracking, while the ASQ-242 CNI suite allows the F-35 to send information to other planes without compromising stealth. The F-35 is built to upgrade over time, with improvements like the upcoming Technology Refresh 3, which adds a faster processor and better display. Future upgrades include a new radar, the APG-85, and possibly an advanced EOTS. The F-35 could even direct unmanned drones in the future, coordinating attacks using its advanced sensors and communications. Let's move on to where the action is: the cockpit. The F-35 cockpit is designed to keep the pilot fully aware and in control. It features a large 20 by 80-inch touchscreen display showing flight data, weapons, communications, and alerts, which the pilot can arrange to their preference. A smaller screen below acts as a backup. Instead of a traditional head-up display, important flight and combat info appears on the pilot's helmet visor. The cockpit includes voice control, a one-piece tinted canopy with a strong internal frame, and a Martin Baker ejection seat with a twin catapult system for emergencies. The F-35 has a side stick and throttle setup, and for life support, it has an onboard oxygen generation system powered by the jet's main power system, with extra oxygen available for emergencies. The helmet display is a standout feature, putting crucial flight and combat info right on the pilot's visor so they can see it no matter where they're looking. This helmet, called the HMDS, even shows infrared and night vision images, letting the pilot see through the jet itself. With the HMDS, pilots can target and fire missiles at objects without needing to face directly toward them. Each helmet costs a hefty $400,000 and is a bit heavier than standard helmets, which raises safety concerns for lighter pilots during ejection. The helmet's early versions had issues like shaking, blurry vision, and night vision problems. To address this, Lockheed Martin and Elbit considered a backup helmet, working with BAE Systems to develop one in 2011. However, after improvements to the HMDS, the backup plan was dropped in 2013. By 2016, a Gen 3 version of the helmet was introduced with better night vision, clearer displays, auto alignment, and software upgrades. To keep its stealthy shape, the F-35 stores weapons inside 2 internal bays, each with 2 stations. The outer stations can hold larger weapons, up to 2,500 pounds for most versions, or 1,500 pounds for the F-35B. These stations can carry powerful bombs and missiles like JDAMs, paveway bombs, and joint standoff weapons. They can also hold several smaller bombs, like the GBU-39 small-diameter bomb, with up to 4 per station for the F-35A and F-35C, and 3 for the F-35B. The inner stations are for air-to-air missiles, like the AIM-120 AMRAAM, and in the future, the AIM-260 JATMR. As of October 2023, the F-35A can also carry the B-61 Mod 12 nuclear bomb. Behind the weapon bays, the F-35 has compartments for countermeasures like flares, chaff, and decoys, adding extra protection during missions. When the F-35 doesn't need stealth, it can carry more weapons on 6 external stations. The wingtip pylons each hold an AIM-9X or AIM-132 ASRAAM missile, angled to keep the aircraft's radar profile low. Each wing also has larger stations that can carry heavier air-to-surface missiles, like the AGM-158 JSSM and LRASO cruise missiles. With internal and external stations, the F-35 can load up to 8 AIM-120 air-to-air missiles and 2 AIM-9s, or a combination of bombs and missiles for ground and air targets. The F-35A has a 25mm GAU-22/A rotary cannon inside the left wing root, ideal for ground targets and more powerful than other USAF fighter guns. The F-35B and F-35C versions use a special multi-mission pod for the gun, which can also carry equipment for different roles like electronic warfare and reconnaissance. Future upgrades are underway. A sidekick rack will boost the internal missile capacity, and new Block 4 improvements will let the F-35B carry more bombs. The aircraft may also integrate new weapons like the AGM-88G AAR-GMER, hypersonic missiles, and even laser weapons. The USAF plans for the F-35A to handle close air support missions, especially in tough contested areas. Despite some critics saying it's not as good as a specialized attack plane, USAF Chief Mark Welsh emphasized the need for effective weapons in CAS roles. This includes guided rockets, fragmentation rockets that break into many small projectiles before hitting, and smaller ammo for gun pods with higher capacity. Fragmentation rockets are particularly powerful, delivering a 1,000-round burst that creates more impact than a traditional strafing run. The F-35 is powered by a single Pratt & Whitney F-135 low-bypass augmented turbofan engine. It produces 28,000 pounds of thrust at military power and 43,000 pounds with the afterburner engaged. The F-135 is based on the F-22's F-119 engine, but features a larger fan and higher bypass ratio, improving subsonic thrust and fuel efficiency. Unlike the F-119, the F-135 is not designed for supercruise. A key feature of the F-135 is its stealthy afterburner, which incorporates special fuel injectors and curved vanes covered in ceramic radar-absorbing materials. These features help hide the turbine from enemy detection. During its early development, the afterburner experienced issues with pressure pulsations, or screech, at low altitudes and high speeds. The engine's low observable nozzle has 15 partially overlapping flaps that create a sawtooth pattern at the trailing edge. This design reduces the aircraft's radar signature and also creates vortices that lower the infrared signature of the exhaust plume. Due to the engine's large size, the U.S. Navy had to adjust its underway replenishment system to ensure the F-35 could be supported during at-sea logistics. The F-35 integrated power package combines multiple systems into one, handling power and thermal management, as well as the environment control, auxiliary power unit, engine starting, and other essential functions. The F-135 PW600 engine for the F-35B includes a shaft-driven lift fan that enables the aircraft to take off and land vertically. This system, developed by Lockheed Martin and Rolls-Royce, includes the lift fan, a drive shaft, 2 roll posts, and a unique 3-bearing swivel module, or the 3BSM. The 3BSM nozzle has 3 bearings shaped like a short cylinder, and as the motor spins the edges, the nozzle swivels from a straight line to a perpendicular position. This allows the engine's exhaust to be directed downward at the rear of the plane, providing vertical thrust. The nozzle is moved by a fuel-hydraulic actuator, which uses pressurized fuel for movement. Unlike the Harrier, which relies entirely on engine thrust for lift, the F-35B combines the nozzle's thrust with the lift fan. The fan is powered by the engine's low-pressure turbine through a drive shaft and is located near the front of the plane to balance out the force from the nozzle. For roll control during slow flight, the F-35B uses roll posts mounted on the wings that direct engine bypass air to help steer the plane. In the 1990s and 2000, an alternative engine for the F-35, the General Electric/Allison/Rolls-Royce F-136 was being developed. The F-136 was based on the General Electric YF-120 engine and was said to have a higher temperature tolerance than the F-135 due to its design, which made better use of the engine's airflow. However, the F-136 project was canceled in December 2011 due to a lack of funding. The F-35 is expected to receive engine upgrades over time to meet new threats and improve performance. In 2016, the Adaptive Engine Transition Program was launched to explore adaptive cycle engines with the goal of re-engineering the F-35. By 2016, both General Electric and Pratt & Whitney received contracts to develop 45,000-pound forced thrust engines, called XA-100 and XA-101. While these new engines could potentially replace the F-35 current engine, Pratt & Whitney is also improving the F-135 with the engine core upgrade, which enhances thrust, fuel efficiency, and cooling capacity by 5% and 50% respectively to support future upgrades. In 2023, the USAF chose the F-135 ECU over the AETP engines due to concerns about the cost and risks of the XA-100, even though it could have entered service by 2027. One thing that gives the aircraft an edge over other airfighters is that it is designed to be easier to maintain than older stealth aircraft. About 95% of the parts that can be replaced in the field are accessible with just one step, meaning nothing else needs to be taken out to reach the part. For example, the ejection seat can be replaced without having to remove the canopy. The F-35 also uses a radar-absorbing material that is stronger, easier to handle, and dries faster than older coatings. This new material could be used on other stealth aircraft, like the F-22, to help improve durability. The F-35 skin is designed to reduce corrosion, using better filler and drainage than the F-22. The flight control system is powered by electro-hydrostatic actuators instead of traditional hydraulic systems, and lithium-ion batteries can take over in emergencies. The USMC's first aircraft maintenance field training detachment used the lessons from the USAF to improve their F-35 operations by taking advantage of the common features across all variants. The F-35 was originally supported by a system called Alice, which was meant to track parts and allow any F-35 to be serviced anywhere. However, Alice faced many problems, like unreliable diagnoses and security issues. As a result, it's being replaced by Odin, a more efficient, cloud-based system. Odin started replacing Alice at various military bases in 2020, and by 2022, multiple sites had transitioned to Odin. The new system performs twice as well as Alice, offering improved reliability and efficiency. While the F-35 Lightning II is still considered one of the most powerful fighters in the world, the U.S. Air Force is already planning ahead with its next-generation air dominance program. Although there's no exact definition for fifth-generation aircraft, experts agree that stealth is a key feature. While the F-35 is expected to remain a dominant force in the skies for many years, the U.S. Air Force is already focusing on its next-generation strategy. First envisioned in 2014, the NGAD Next Generation Air Dominance Program aims to ensure continued air superiority. The fighter's design will center on 5 key technologies: advanced weapons, stealth, digital design, propulsion, and thermal management. Although the exact definition of 6th-generation technology is still unclear, the features that would be included in the NGAD program are expected to surpass the capabilities of current 5th-generation fighters. One of the most significant changes will be the integration of artificial intelligence and unmanned aerial vehicles into the NGAD. These unmanned systems are expected to work alongside a 6th-generation fighter jet, creating a more dynamic and flexible combat force. In fact, the United States Air Force is moving away from the traditional idea that a fighter jet must always be a single crewed aircraft. This shift in thinking is also being explored in Beijing, where China is looking into similar concepts. Although the United States was the first to introduce a 5th-generation fighter, it may not be the first to deploy a 6th-generation successor in the skies. The Air Force has revealed that demonstrator NGAD aircraft are already taking to the skies, and a contract for its official development could be awarded within the next year. As reported by Breaking Defense, the Department of the Air Force issued a classified solicitation to industry for an engineering and manufacturing development contract for the next-generation air dominance platform, with plans to award the contract in 2024. Given the current security threats, launching the military's next-generation fighter program is crucial for maintaining America's air superiority. Can the United States F-35 withstand the threat of Chinese hypersonic weapons? Recent advancements in China's hypersonic technology have raised global concerns, sparking questions about whether the United States is losing its technological edge. Does the U.S. have the capability to counter these hypersonic threats, or is it at risk of falling behind in this critical area of defense? Join us as we delve into the groundbreaking comparison of two ultimate weapons, the F-35 versus Chinese hypersonic threats. China is making fast progress in hypersonic missile technology, putting it at the forefront globally and raising concerns in the United States. One major example of their advancements is the DF-17 missile, which is designed for speed and precision. It is a medium-range ballistic missile that uses solid fuel and is road mobile, meaning it can be transported and launched from various locations. They have also made breakthroughs in thermal protection and cooling systems, which are crucial for managing the intense heat these missiles generate during flight. These developments give China a clear technological advantage, showing their growing strength in modern military innovation. It's certain that they are not stopping anytime soon, because they recently achieved another major breakthrough in hypersonic missile technology, particularly with its thermal protection system. Chinese scientists have made significant improvements by adding steel nose cones to their new missiles. This advancement is crucial because it enhances the missile's ability to survive the extreme conditions it faces during flight. In August, China also announced the development of an innovative cooling device designed to manage the intense heat generated during hypersonic flight. Hypersonic missiles travel at incredibly high speeds, which results in a huge buildup of heat. Without proper cooling, this heat could damage the missile's guidance system, affecting its accuracy and performance. With the new cooling technology, the missile is better equipped to withstand these extreme temperatures, making it less likely to malfunction. This improvement allows the missile to fly more effectively and remain undetected, increasing its chances of successfully reaching and eliminating its target. These technological advances are a significant step forward for China's hypersonic missile program, giving it a performance edge in the field of modern warfare. As the race for advanced weaponry intensifies, these innovations could change the future of missile technology and warfare. One member of Congress is raising concerns. Representative Doug Lamborn, who is part of the House Armed Services Committee, held a hearing for a subcommittee this spring. The mood was serious. One expert on the panel said the United States is clearly falling behind China. Jeffrey McCormick, an intelligence analyst with the Defense Intelligence Agency, stated that China now has the world's leading hypersonic arsenal. The United States still has reason for optimism. Surprisingly, one of the best American hypersonic missiles is being developed by the U.S. Army. Known as the Long-Range Hypersonic Weapon, or by its nickname, the Dark Eagle, this missile has impressive capabilities. It can travel at speeds exceeding 3,008 human miles per hour and has a range of 1,722. The Dark Eagle uses a road-mobile launcher, a feature also preferred by China for its missiles, making it a highly versatile weapon. According to the Army, the missile can fly to the top of the Earth's atmosphere and stay just out of reach of air and missile defense systems until it's ready to strike. By the time it's within range, it's already too late to react. Despite China's advancements, all is not lost for the U.S. The race to develop hypersonic missiles is critical, as China has made remarkable progress in this area. Their scientists have been steadily advancing hypersonic technology and already have fast, maneuverable missiles deployed. China's military continues to look for ways to improve these weapons, and its rapid progress is something the U.S. must be prepared to match. However, the United States is not far behind, and with the right focus and commitment, it can catch up to China. The issue lies in the way the U.S. military approaches hypersonic development. While China has been able to make steady, incremental advances in their missile technology, the United States has focused on separate programs across various branches of the military. This lack of coordination could slow progress. In contrast, China's approach is more streamlined, allowing them to make faster improvements and field more advanced systems. There's still a chance for the U.S. to regain its lead, but it will require strong, focused efforts. We have yet to experience a Sputnik moment where China might test a hypersonic missile in a high-profile launch that demonstrates its serious intentions to use these weapons for strategic purposes. A launch over Guam, for example, could be a powerful signal to the world of China's capabilities and intentions. Until such a moment happens, policymakers like Representative Doug Lamborn, who is raising concerns about the state of U.S. military technology, are crucial. They are pushing for the U.S. to stay focused on developing advanced hypersonic systems to counter China's growing missile capabilities. While there have been some obstacles and challenges in the development of American hypersonic weapons, the U.S. defense industry is known for its strength. With continued investment, collaboration, and focus, it's likely that the United States will catch up to China in this critical area of military technology. The arms race is far from over, and with the right strategy, the U.S. could still emerge as the leader in hypersonic missile technology. This leads us to one important question. Can the F-35 withstand the lethality of the Chinese hypersonic threat? Let's analyze the strength of this American airfighter. The F-35 Joint Strike Fighter is one of the most recognizable fighter jets in the world. Since it began service, this American-made fifth-generation aircraft has flown over 777,000 hours. Currently, 20 nations use the F-35, making it a vital tool for the U.S. and its allies. For years, the U.S. held air superiority with the introduction of the F-22 Raptor. However, both China and Russia now have their own fifth-generation jets and are working on sixth-generation designs. For now, the F-22 and F-35 remain America's top fighters. The F-35 mission systems are like the brain and eyes of the jet, making it one of the smartest aircraft ever built. Packed with advanced sensors and software, these systems give pilots a complete picture of their surroundings, making the jet a powerful tool in modern warfare. Key components include the APG-81 radar, which can track multiple targets over 150 kilometers away, and the Barracuda electronic warfare system, which can detect, jam, and protect against enemy radars. The jet also features a cutting-edge distributed aperture system with 6 infrared cameras that provide a full to 60-degree view, even at night. All this information is fused into a single clear display for the pilot, giving them unmatched situational awareness. Future upgrades include improved sensors, a more powerful radar, and even the ability to control drones during missions. With these advancements, the F-35 isn't just a fighter jet. It's a flying command center built for the future of air combat. Stealth is one of the F-35's most impressive features, making it hard for enemies to detect. Its unique design includes smooth, curved surfaces, precisely aligned edges, and radar-absorbing materials to minimize radar detection. Even the engine is cleverly hidden from view. The jet's advanced air intake system, called the diverterless supersonic inlet, further reduces its radar signature by eliminating gaps that could reflect signals. Remarkably, the F-35 radio cross-section is so small that it's been compared to the size of a metal golf ball from certain angles, even outperforming the stealthy F-22 in some scenarios. Its outer skin, made from durable radar-absorbent material, is designed to last longer and require less maintenance than older stealth aircraft like the F-22. The F-35 also reduces its infrared and visual signatures, making it harder to spot by heat or sight. It carefully manages its radio signals to avoid detection. While low-frequency radars can sometimes detect stealth aircraft, they are bulky, imprecise, and easy to locate, giving the F-35 a significant advantage. For training purposes, it can even use special reflectors to temporarily increase its radar signature. Its cockpit is like something out of a sci-fi movie, designed to give pilots maximum awareness and control. At its heart is a massive 20 by 8-inch touchscreen display, which shows everything from flight data to weapon systems and alerts. Pilots can customize the layout to fit their needs, making it incredibly user-friendly. Beneath this display is a smaller backup screen for emergencies, while advanced voice recognition technology allows hands-free commands. Unlike older jets with head-up displays on the dashboard, the F-35 uses a state-of-the-art helmet-mounted display system. This helmet projects flight and combat information directly onto the pilot's visor, so they can see critical data no matter where they're looking. It even integrates infrared and night vision, allowing pilots to see through the plane for incredible situational awareness. The helmet is so advanced that pilots can lock onto targets and fire missiles without pointing the aircraft directly at them. Each helmet costs a whopping $400,000, but its capabilities are game-changing. While the HMDS had some growing pains, like issues with vibration and night vision early on, it's now more reliable than ever. The latest version boasts improved cameras, sharper displays, and advanced alignment features. The F-35 cockpit and helmet work together to give pilots an unmatched edge in the skies, blending cutting-edge technology with pilot-friendly design. Without going on and on about the capabilities of the F-35, to answer the question, it is unlikely for this American aircraft to be able to directly withstand a hit from a modern Chinese hypersonic missile due to their extreme speed, maneuverability, and difficulty in detection, making them very hard to intercept with current technology. What is the United States Air Force doing concerning the threat that these Chinese hypersonic Air Force pose? The United States Department of Defense is ramping up spending on hypersonic weapons after years of warnings that China is pulling ahead in this technology. However, this new arms race comes with risks, especially as relations between the US and China continue to worsen, and there's limited information about China's advancements in this field. Hypersonic weapons, which travel faster than Mach 5, aren't a new concept. The US has been testing them since the 1950s. But investment in these systems slowed over the years. Meanwhile, China and Russia have made significant progress in their hypersonic programs. Russia recently demonstrated its capability by using 6 hypersonic Kinzhal missiles in Ukraine, the largest single deployment of these weapons during the war. Other nations, including Australia, South and North Korea, Japan, India, and Germany, are also developing hypersonic weapons. The US is now increasing funding and efforts to catch up, but the timing is tense, with US-China relations at their lowest point in decades. This competition could shape the future of global military power. The US Department of Defense reportedly plans to allocate $15 billion for hypersonic weapons development for the Army and Air Force between 2023 and 2027, as highlighted in a Congressional Budget Office report. This figure excludes the Navy's program, which recently awarded a $1.1 billion contract to Lockheed Martin for integrating hypersonic systems into Zumwalt-class destroyers. Experts have indicated that the US may be lagging behind China in this field. Reports noted that China's 2021 test of a nuclear-capable hypersonic weapon surprised many in the defense sector, showcasing advanced capabilities that exceeded expectations. It has been suggested that America's previous technological dominance, once considered untouchable, is now being challenged by China's progress. Observers have pointed out that this shift has spurred the US to accelerate its efforts in several areas. Concerns have also been raised about the absence of treaties governing hypersonic weapons, a situation some believe could lead to global instability, as seen during the Cuban Missile Crisis. However, analysts have noted that the major powers in this domain appear unwilling to pursue such agreements at present. Despite challenges, US defense officials, lawmakers, and weapons manufacturers continue to advocate for hypersonic technology, with the government now committing significant funding to advance the project. Hypersonic weapons are undeniably expensive, but they offer unique advantages that justify the investment. The US military began exploring hypersonic systems as far back as the 1960s, initially focusing on hypersonic flight for transporting people rather than weapons. By the 1980s, however, the focus shifted. During this period, the Air Force tested the maneuvering reentry vehicles, demonstrating that missiles traveling at speeds of Mach 5 or faster could be guided precisely to their targets as they re-entered Earth's atmosphere. The early 2000s marked a turning point when the US began serious efforts to develop hypersonic weapons under its Conventional Prompt Global Strike program. Today, 2 primary types of hypersonic weapons are being developed: glide vehicles and air-breathing missiles. Glide vehicles are launched on rockets and glide through the atmosphere at high speeds, while air-breathing missiles use engines to sustain their hypersonic speeds. Although US hypersonic systems are designed to carry conventional payloads, other nations, such as China, are pursuing nuclear-capable hypersonic weapons. This was evident during China's groundbreaking 2021 tests, which demonstrated the ability to combine nuclear warheads with hypersonic speeds, raising concerns about the global arms race. As the US pushes forward, these advanced systems promise unparalleled speed, precision, and flexibility in modern warfare, making them a critical focus for defense strategies. China has long sought ways to counter US missile defense systems, viewing them as a threat to its nuclear deterrence, according to Lyle Morris, a senior fellow at the Asia Society Policy Institute. Since the early 2000s, China has significantly boosted its hypersonic weapons program, especially after the US withdrew from the anti-ballistic missile treaty with the Soviet Union. With no restrictions on developing anti-ballistic systems, China felt compelled to develop a different kind of deterrent. One key focus of China's efforts has been glide-type hypersonic weapons. These systems start their journey atop a ballistic missile, explains Timothy Heath, a defense researcher at the RAND Corporation. Once the missile reaches a certain altitude, the hypersonic glider detaches and travels at incredible speeds within the atmosphere. Unlike traditional ballistic missiles that follow a fixed trajectory, the glider can maneuver in flight, using the momentum from its launch to strike its target with precision. China claims its hypersonic weapons are ready for deployment, which Heath notes is a step or two ahead of the US, whose hypersonic program is still in the testing phase. This progress isn't surprising given China's advanced ballistic missile program and the US's relative underinvestment in similar technologies over the years. The real game changer with hypersonic weapons isn't just their speed, but their ability to maneuver and evade missile defense systems like the Patriot. These systems, widely used in the US and 17 other countries, struggle to track and intercept hypersonic weapons due to their unpredictable flight paths and the ability to skim the edge of the Earth's atmosphere before re-entering. According to defense experts, hypersonic weapons could potentially outmatch even the most advanced air and missile defense systems in the near future, making them a significant development in modern military technology. With China's successful hypersonic missile tests and rising tensions between Beijing and Washington, it's understandable to worry about the rapid pace of weapons development and heated rhetoric. However, there are significant obstacles to the widespread use of hypersonic weapons in combat. The high cost, around $15 million to $18 million per missile, combined with the practical realities of warfare, where basic weapons like artillery are often more effective, makes their use in battle questionable. Experts like Lyle Morris and Timothy Heath are skeptical about hypersonics' actual usefulness on the battlefield. A report from the Congressional Research Service points out that critics believe these weapons don't have clear mission roles, don't significantly improve U.S. military capabilities, and aren't necessary for deterrence. In addition, there's concern that China might share its hypersonic technology with other U.S. adversaries, such as North Korea, Iran, and Russia, all of which are developing their own hypersonic programs. As China and Russia strengthen their defense and technological ties, sharing knowledge on hypersonics wouldn't be surprising, says Elsa Kania, an expert on national security. One of the main concerns about China's hypersonic program is that the U.S. might be caught off guard. The fear of appearing less dominant in defense was especially strong after China's successful missile tests in 2021. General Mark Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, called these tests China's Sputnik moment, drawing a comparison to the Soviet Union's 1957 launch of the first artificial satellite, which shocked the U.S. Despite the concerns, Heath argues that hypersonic weapons would not be the deciding factor in a conflict between the U.S. and China or any other nation with hypersonic capabilities. The U.S. has a significant edge in other military technologies like stealth aircraft, long-range bombers, aircraft carriers, and submarines, conventional forces that allow the U.S. to project power and dominate adversaries without relying on long-range missiles. As the U.S. continues to invest in hypersonics and other nations develop their own capabilities, it's crucial to establish some sort of agreement on how these weapons should be used in combat. Unfortunately, Morris notes, this may not happen until a major escalation forces both sides to confront the issue. With the current lack of communication between China and the U.S. military, the risk of misunderstandings or miscalculations is high. Furthermore, most significant weapons agreements have historically been between the U.S. and Russia. With Russia pulling out of the New START treaty, the last major nuclear arms control agreement, the hope for any future defense technology agreement seems distant at best. Fifth-generation fighters have dominated the skies with their advanced capabilities. They have been unrivaled and undefeatable, taking charge as the world's most sophisticated fighters. However, a more cutting-edge fighter jet from Russia has challenged this claim, proving that the U.S. fifth generation is now unbeatable after all. This Russian fighter possesses advanced capabilities and lethal features that have shocked the United States Air Force. Is this Russian fighter formidable enough to take on one of the most advanced aircraft in the world? What are the capabilities of this fighter? Join us as we explore the designs and capabilities of the only fighter jet that can beat the F-35. On June 8th, Russia took a significant blow when Ukrainian forces hit a Su-57 fighter jet at Akbank Air Base, about 366 miles from the front line. This was the first time a fifth-generation fighter jet was destroyed in combat, which is especially surprising considering that the Su-57's main competitor, the F-35 Lightning II, has over 1,000 units built. The Su-57, known by NATO as the Felon, is a single-seat, twin-engine fighter designed for multiple roles. It's one of only 4 fifth-generation fighters in the world, alongside China's J-20 and the American F-22 and F-35, the latter being the Su-57's closest rival. Let's explore the designs and capabilities of the Su-57. The Su-57 Felon is built for air superiority, excelling in aerial combat as well as ground and maritime strikes. It's equipped to be one of the most advanced fighters in the world, but it faces tough competition from the F-35 Lightning II. It is a fifth-generation fighter jet, known for being Russia's first stealth aircraft in active service. It's designed to be versatile, capable of handling various missions, and focuses on stealth and high maneuverability in all directions. The plane also features large internal bays for carrying weapons and advanced sensors, including a radar system that allows for a high degree of automation. Sukhoi, the company behind the Su-57, looked at the F-22 Raptor as a model for creating a highly maneuverable stealth fighter. However, they aimed to fix some issues they saw in the F-22, such as its limited ability to use thrust vectoring to change direction and its small space for carrying weapons. They also felt the F-22 wasn't suitable for the multi-role missions needed by Russia, as it focused too much on air-to-air combat with fewer weapons. The aircraft has a wide, blended body with 2 engines placed far apart and includes movable horizontal and vertical stabilizers, with the vertical ones tilted for better stealth. The wings are shaped like a trapezoid and include flaps and other control surfaces to help with maneuverability. The plane also uses thrust vectoring to improve its agility and has special extensions on the wings to improve control at high angles and recover from stalls quickly if the thrust vectoring system fails. For braking in the air, the plane's ailerons move up while other control surfaces move down, and the vertical stabilizers turn inward to create more drag. The Su-57 is made from a combination of materials, with about 40% being aluminum and 18% titanium, but it also uses a lot of composite materials, making up about 75% of its outer surface and 22 to 26% of its structural weight. The Su-57 was designed to handle multiple roles. Unlike the F-35, it has a large internal space to carry various air-to-surface weapons. These weapons are stored in 2 main bays located between the engines, along with smaller side bays near the wings. Keeping the weapons inside the aircraft reduces drag, which improves performance and helps maintain its stealth features. It is highly maneuverable and stable in flight thanks to its advanced flight control system and thrust vectoring nozzles that can direct the engine's thrust. This allows the jet to perform complex maneuvers like the Pugachev's Cobra and the Bell maneuver, as well as flat rotations without losing much altitude. The aircraft's design and powerful engines enable it to reach speeds of Mach 2 and fly at supersonic speeds without using afterburners at Mach 1.3. This gives it a significant advantage in range and speed over older aircraft models. The Su-57 can fly over 1,500 kilometers at supersonic speeds, which is more than twice the range of the Su-27. It also has an extendable refueling probe to further increase its range. While the F-35 is a single-engine aircraft, the Su-57 packs 2 powerful fire spitters in its rear. On the F-35 is the Pratt & Whitney F-135 low-bypass augmented turbofan that provides 43,000-pound force of thrust with afterburner, thrusting the jet to a top speed of Mach 1.6 to 20 slower than the Mach 2 top speed of the Super Cruise-capable Su-57 with afterburner engaged, thanks to a pair of NPO Lilka Southern Isdeli 117 engines that produce a combined thrust of over 63,000-pound force. But what the F-35 lacks in thrust, it seems to make up for in engine stealth. The engine on the F-35 has a low observable afterburner that incorporates fuel injectors into thick curved vanes. These vanes are covered by ceramic radar-absorbent materials and mask the turbine. Its low observable axis-symmetric nozzle consists of 15 partially overlapping flaps that create a sawtooth pattern at the trailing edge. which reduces radar signature and creates shed vortices that reduce the infrared signature of the exhaust plume. The F-135 PW600 engine for the F-35B, a variant of the F-35 designed for the U.S. Marines, supports short takeoff and vertical landing by incorporating a shaft-driven lift fan. This SDLF was designed by Lockheed Martin and developed by Rolls-Royce as a key technology for the F-35, displaying the most impressive use case and performance. So much so that the system was awarded the prestigious Collier Trophy in 2001. The Su-57 is the first Russian military aircraft designed with a focus on stealth. To reduce its radar visibility, it uses several techniques similar to other stealth fighters like the F-22. The edges of the wings, control surfaces, and panels are carefully aligned and angled to minimize radar reflections. Weapons are stored inside the aircraft, and antennas are recessed to keep the stealthy shape intact. The aircraft is also coated with radar-absorbent material, or RAIM, to absorb radar signals and reduce the chances of detection. The entire fifth-generation class of aircraft is heavily dependent on stealth capabilities, so neither the F-35 nor the Su-57 is found lacking here. The American fighter was designed from the ground up with stealth in mind. Its manufacturer, Lockheed Martin, aligned its edges, serrated its skin panels, and masked the engine with easy-to-maintain fiber matte skin for low observability. They also reduced infrared and visual signatures, enabled the reflection of radar waves, and used strict controls of radio frequency emitters. The result is a radar cross-section lower than that of a metal golf ball. However, like other stealth aircraft, the Su-57's low observability is most effective against high-frequency radars, which are typically used by other aircraft. Low-frequency radars, such as those used for weather and early warning, are more likely to detect the Su-57 because of its size, but these radars are larger, more prone to interference, and less precise. To preserve their stealth profiles, both fighters by default carry their weapons internally, although they both have external hardpoints to carry weapons when stealth isn't the topmost priority. The F-35 has 4 internal hardpoints and 6 external hardpoints that combine to hold up to 18,000 pounds of weapons. These weapons are a combination of the most advanced American air-to-air missiles, air-to-surface missiles, and anti-ship missiles. It also wields conventional bombs such as the GBU-53/B Stormbreaker and nuclear bombs such as the B-61 Mod 12 nuclear bomb. For more rapid fire, the F-35 packs a 180-round, 25mm GAU-22/A4 barrel rotary cannon that fires 3,300 rounds per minute, which is far superior to the 1,500 rounds per minute of the 30mm Gryazev-Shipunov JISH-31 autocannon on the Su-57. There's a reason for this. The F-35, being a multi-role fighter, would be tasked with providing close air support to troops on the ground in a bid to replace the renowned A-10 Warthog. The Russian fighter has 6 internal hardpoints and 6 external hardpoints that combine to carry an estimated 16,500 pounds of weapons, slightly less than the weapons payload of the F-35. On its hardpoints is a combination of air-to-air missiles, air-to-surface missiles, anti-ship missiles, anti-radiation missiles, and conventional bombs. It's unclear if the Su-57 would be able to wield nuclear weapons like the F-35 can. The Su-57 takes things further with thrust vector control. The engine nozzles can rotate to direct thrust in different directions, allowing the jet to execute complex maneuvers in pitch, yaw, and roll. This level of control, first seen in earlier Sukhoi models like the Su-30 MKI and Su-35S, makes the Su-57 incredibly agile, capable of feats that seem to defy the laws of physics. The engines also include variable intake ramps for efficiency at supersonic speeds and retractable screens to protect against debris when taking off from rough runways. However, the AL-41F1 engines haven't been without controversy. In 2011, a Su-57 had to abort takeoff due to a compressor stall during the Moscow Air Show, raising concerns about reliability. Looking to the future, the Su-57M is set to receive an even more advanced engine, the AL-51F1, by the mid-2020s. This new engine, designated as Izdeli-30 during development, will provide even more thrust, which is up to 37,500 pounds in afterburner, while also being more reliable and stealthier. thanks to innovations like glass fiber plastic components and a new nozzle design with serrated flaps. As if that weren't enough, by 2023, reports surfaced that UEC Saturn is working on a sixth-generation engine design for the Su-57, pushing the boundaries of what this fighter jet can achieve. By December 2023, all new Su-57s delivered to the Russian Air Force will be equipped with this advanced Stage 2 engine, setting a new standard for power and performance in military aviation. The Su-57 is equipped with two main internal weapon bays, each about 14.4 feet long and 3 feet wide, and two smaller side weapon bays near the wing roots. The main bays are fitted with launchers that can handle different types of missiles. The UVKU-50L launcher for missiles up to 660 pounds, and the UVKU-50U for those up to 1,500 pounds. The side bays use VPU-50 launch rails. For air combat, the Su-57 can carry 4 long-range missiles in the main bays and 2 short-range missiles in the side bays. The primary medium-range missile is the R-77M, an advanced version of the R-77 with improved radar guidance and a dual-pulse motor. For close-range combat, it uses the R-74M2, a heat-seeking missile designed to fit inside the aircraft. There's also a new short-range missile, the KAMD, in development to eventually replace the R-74M2. For longer-range missions, the Su-57 can carry the Isdeli 810 missile, an upgraded version of the R-37M. For striking ground and sea targets, the Su-57 can carry precision-guided bombs like the KB-250 and KB-500, as well as a variety of missiles including the KH-38 for air-to-ground attacks, the KH-35U anti-ship missile, the KH-58 USHK anti-radiation missile, and the KH-69 cruise missile. When stealth is not a priority, the aircraft can also carry weapons on 6 external hardpoints. Additionally, a new hypersonic missile similar to the KH-47M2 Kinzhal is being developed for internal carriage within the Su-57. The Su-57 also features a 30mm autocannon mounted inside the aircraft near the right wing root. This cannon has an effective range of about 870 yards against aerial targets and 2,000 yards against ground targets. One main feature of the aircraft is a modern glass cockpit without any old-style analog gauges. Instead, it displays information on 2 large 15-inch multifunctional LCD screens, similar to the setup in the Su-35S. Additionally, there is a smaller multifunctional display and a digital control panel. The cockpit includes a wide-angle head-up display that gives the pilot key information directly in their line of sight. The primary controls are a joystick and a pair of throttles, with major functions managed through a hands-on throttle and stick system. The aircraft's canopy is made of 2 parts, with the rear section sliding forward to lock into place. This canopy is coated with a special material to reduce the plane's radar visibility. For pilot safety and comfort, the Su-57 uses the NPP Zvezda K-Kuyo 36 D5 ejection seat and the Soji 50 life support system, which includes anti-G protection and an oxygen generation system. The pilot wears a Zeiss AH-10B helmet equipped with a digital display that tracks eye movements, helping to target enemies even at high angles. The oxygen system provides an unlimited supply during flight. The life support system allows the pilot to perform intense 9G maneuvers for up to 30 seconds. The ejection seat, along with the PPK-7 flight suit, ensures safe ejection at altitudes ranging from ground level to 66,000 feet and speeds up to 810 miles per hour. The system also includes a survival kit to help the pilot after ejection. Both the F-35 Lightning II and the Su-57 are fitted with the most advanced avionics and armament their respective countries have to offer. For the F-35, the AN/APG-81, Active Electronically Scanned Array Radar, AON/ASQ-239, Barracuda Electronic Warfare System, AN/AAQ-37 Distributed Aperture System, AON/AAQ-40 Electro-Optical Targeting System, and AN/ANQ-242 Communications, Navigation, and Identification Suite, all combined to provide rapid beam agility, multiple operational modes, all-aspect missile launch and target tracking, 10 radio frequency antennas, all-aspect radar warning receiver, self-defense against missiles, the detection and jamming of hostile radars, laser targeting, forward-looking infrared capabilities, long-range IRRS functions, and an impossible level of sensor fusion to give the pilot and friendlies an omnipresent tactical picture of the battle space without compromising stealth. All of these are made possible by software running on a shocking 86 million lines of code, which is more than double the 4 million lines of the Su-57's code. But this isn't a coding competition, and in terms of avionics, the Su-57 has its own statement to make. Its central integrated management system fuses all the data from the SH-121 radar and electronic warfare radio electronic system, the 101KS electro-optical system, multiple, the NO-36 radar DAR-101, X-band, active electronically scanned array radar, and 2 the NO-36 radar L-band transceivers for friend or foe identification and electronic warfare. This allows for the total integration of avionics systems, maximization of pilots' situational awareness, and reduced workload. Still, the priority for the Su-57 is air superiority, and thus it has fewer avionics systems than the multi-role F-35. Unlike the F-35, the Russian fighter has the PAK-FA program. One of the main technical goals of the PAK-FA program is to fully integrate the Su-57's avionics systems, or sensor fusion, to improve the pilot's awareness of the surroundings and reduce their workload. The integration of these systems is managed by an information management system developed by GRPZ from Ryazan. The key systems include the Sh-121 multifunctional integrated radio electronic system and the 101KS Atoll electro-optical system. Unlike earlier Sukhoi aircraft, Sukhoi itself handled the integration of the IUS, rather than relying on RPKB of Armenskia. The integrated avionics suite, known as IMABK, uses fiber optic channels and runs on over 4 million lines of code. The Sh-121 system includes the NO-36 Bielka radar system and the L-402 Himalayas electronic countermeasure system. The NO-36 radar, developed by Tikhomarov NIIP Institute, features a main nose-mounted X-band radar with 1,114 modules and 2 side-looking X-band radars with 404 modules each, providing wider coverage. The radar antennas are tilted back for stealth purposes. The side radars allow the Su-57 to guide its own missiles while performing evasive maneuvers. The system also has L-band transceivers on the wing edges, which help with identifying friend or foe in electronic warfare. The L-402 Himalayas ECM suite works with both its own arrays and the NO-36 radar system, with one array located between the engines. Communication and data exchange between aircraft and command centers are managed by the S-111 system. The 101KS Atoll electro-optical system includes various sensors like the 101KSV infrared search and track, 101KSO directional infrared countermeasures, and others for navigation and targeting. The URST is mounted near the cockpit and can track multiple targets, while the DORS-EM system, a first for a fighter aircraft, has turrets mounted on the aircraft to protect against incoming missiles. The Su-57 can also deploy countermeasures like flares and radar decoys from dispensers in the tailboom. For navigation, the Su-57 uses the BINS SP2M inertial navigation system, which can work with GLONASS and is controlled by the IVS-50 computing system. KRET, the developer, announced in 2016 that it is working on a video processing system called Okotnik to improve target detection and tracking. The aircraft also has a monitoring system that can predict the lifespan of its composite parts, making maintenance more efficient. Additionally, the Su-57 could be used to test advanced AI and unmanned teaming technologies for future fighter programs, and it has even demonstrated autonomous flight without pilot input. It is important to note that over 1,000 F-35s have been built since 2006. While Russia struggles to build a Su-57 in any significant numbers, only 32 units of the fighter have been built since 2009, many of which can't currently take to the skies to protect their nation. And the ones that can are apparently being picked off and destroyed in the Ukraine war. The war has also reportedly slowed down the already slow production of the Russian fighter. So in a battle between the F-35 and Su-57, it'll be a case of entire colonies of hundreds of F-35s up against 24 Su-57s. It would be an unfair fight, and regardless of their capabilities, the winner can be seen before a single shot is fired. As the Russo-Ukrainian war continues to wage on intensely, Russia has made a daring move that no one saw coming. This country just unveiled a $300 million fighter jet packed with incredible speed and devastating firepower. Built to dominate the skies, this jet is not only faster but also highly agile, with the potential to engage and outmatch even the advanced American F-35 in aerial combat. What makes this fighter jet so unique? Could it really subdue the F-35? Join us as we explore the groundbreaking features of Russia's insane new $300 million fighter jet that can destroy the F-35 in seconds. The Sukhoi Su-75 Checkmate, also known as the Checkmate, is an impressive new addition to the world of fighter jets. Designed by Russia, this jet is built to be fast, stealthy, and loaded with advanced technology. The Checkmate is a fifth-generation fighter jet that can compete with other powerful aircraft like the US-made F-35. The goal with this fighter jet is to appeal to countries that need a capable, modern fighter, but don't have the enormous budgets required for more expensive jets. This approach makes this aircraft an interesting one in the fighter jet market. What makes this jet unique is its focus on stealth technology, which makes it hard to detect by enemy radar. The engineers who designed it worked carefully on its shape, using special angles and materials to reflect as little radar energy as possible. This means the jet has smooth surfaces and a carefully designed body that deflects radar waves, making it much harder for enemies to spot. Instead of hanging weapons on its wings, as many older jets do, this aircraft hides its weapons inside the aircraft. This hidden design doesn't just help with stealth, it also reduces drag, which lets the plane fly faster and with greater maneuverability. Unlike many modern fighter jets, this fighter aircraft uses a single-engine design. Most advanced fighters, like the F-22 and Su-57, use two engines to reach higher speeds and handle heavier loads. But a single-engine design makes it cheaper to produce and maintain, which lowers its overall operating costs. Despite having only one engine, this jet is very fast and agile. It is powered by a version of the AL-41F1 engine, which is a powerful and reliable engine used in other Russian jets. This engine can potentially allow the jet to reach speeds of up to Mach 1.8, letting it keep up with other fifth-generation fighters while using less fuel. Its cockpit is designed to help the pilot handle fast, complex situations with ease. It features a high-tech interface that gives the pilot important information about the aircraft, surrounding threats, and mission details, all showing on a single screen. The pilot can even use voice commands to control certain systems, meaning they can keep their hands on the controls without needing to look down at buttons or switches. This type of advanced, user-friendly cockpit makes it easier for the pilot to focus on tactics and decision-making during missions, enhancing both safety and efficiency. The jet's advanced radar system also adds to its capabilities. Using what's known as an electronically scanned array radar, it can track multiple targets at once, identifying and monitoring enemy aircraft or other threats from a significant distance. This radar system is similar to the one found on Russia's Su-57, giving it the ability to detect targets well before they get close. In combat, this long-range radar allows the pilot to see threats from afar, decide on a plan of action, and engage or evade before the enemy is even aware of its presence. This advanced radar capability is essential in today's aerial combat, where quick reaction times and early detection are crucial. Designed for flexibility, this fighter jet is built to handle a wide range of missions. Whether the mission is focused on air-to-air combat, ground strikes, or surveillance, it can adapt. This flexibility is partly due to its modular design, which allows operators to change certain parts based on the type of mission. If a mission requires more firepower, the Checkmate can be equipped with additional air-to-air missiles. And if the mission involves attacking ground targets, it can be equipped with precision-guided bombs. This makes it a versatile tool, ready to take on a variety of roles based on the needs of the mission. The aircraft's weapons system includes a mix of missiles and bombs that can be designed to suit different situations. In air-to-air combat, this fighter aircraft can carry short and long-range missiles, giving it the ability to engage targets both close-up and at a distance. For ground attacks, it can carry bombs with precision guidance technology, allowing it to strike specific targets with high accuracy. This mix of weapons makes it really effective in both air-to-air and air-to-ground roles, providing a well-rounded set of capabilities that makes it useful in diverse combat scenarios. In close-range fights, where agility and speed are essential, this aircraft can perform well. One key feature that gives it an edge is its thrust vectoring. a technology that allows the engine's exhaust to be directed in different ways. This directional exhaust provides greater control and allows the jet to make sharper turns, giving it an advantage when maneuvering against enemy fighters. By adjusting the direction of the engine thrust, the pilot can quickly change the jet's position, helping them outmaneuver opponents during intense aerial engagements. Maintenance cost is another area where the Checkmate stands out. Many advanced fighter jets are incredibly expensive to maintain due to their complex systems and high-tech materials. However, this jet has been designed with simpler, more reliable components that make maintenance easier and less costly. This has been a big selling point for countries with smaller defense budgets, as it reduces the lifetime cost of operating the jet. One thing that makes this fighter jet so appealing is its strong focus on digital technology and automation. It is also equipped with artificial intelligence assistance systems, which will give the pilot a powerful advantage. These AI systems can analyze vast amounts of data in real time, offering suggestions to the pilot, or even making tactical decisions independently when needed. The AI could track multiple targets simultaneously and provide the pilot with the best options for attack or evade. This capability makes it highly efficient in combat, allowing the pilot to focus more on strategy rather than on manually managing every system. The Checkmate software and systems are designed with future upgrades in mind, meaning it can easily incorporate new technology over time. This ability to upgrade is significant as military technology is advancing rapidly, and a fighter jet can quickly become out of date if it isn't adaptable. By creating a design that can be updated with new hardware and software, Sukhoi is ensuring that this aircraft can stay relevant for decades. In the long run, this adaptability can save operators money, as they won't need to replace their jets every few years. They can simply upgrade their jet as new advancements in radar, sensors, or AI become available. Its stealth capabilities have always been its most impressive features, as there has been more significant effort into making this jet difficult to detect. Aside from its radar-evading shape, the jet is constructed with radar-absorbent materials that further reduce its visibility to enemy radar systems. These materials are carefully chosen to absorb radar waves rather than reflect them, which minimizes the jets being seen on enemy screens. Another aspect that makes this powerful aircraft stand out is its potential for carrier operations. The Checkmate jet is modified to take off and land on aircraft carriers, making it one of the rare single-engine stealth fighters able to operate from carriers. This carrier version can provide a cost-effective stealth option for naval forces, allowing them to project power far beyond their home bases. Being adaptable for aircraft carriers adds extra flexibility, making it a fighter jet that can operate in different environments to protect airspace over both land and sea. This powerful aircraft also has a low infrared signature, which means it's less likely to be detected by heat-seeking missiles or sensors. Its engine and exhaust are designed in such a way that they emit less heat than traditional jet engines. Lower heat emissions make it harder for enemy infrared sensors to track this jet, reducing the chance of detection by thermal imaging systems. This low heat design is part of what makes this aircraft valuable in missions where remaining undetected is essential, such as reconnaissance or precision strikes. By combining low radar and infrared signatures, it can evade both types of detection methods commonly used by enemy forces. The jet's fuel efficiency also sets it apart. Due to its single-engine design and carefully streamlined body, the aircraft can fly for extended periods without needing to refuel. Long-range capabilities are essential for countries with vast territories or those that need to patrol large areas without frequent refueling stops. The fuel efficiency is also advantageous in combat scenarios, as it enables the aircraft to stay in the air longer, providing better support to ground troops or staying alert to enemy threats over extended periods. This extended range and endurance make it especially appealing to countries with large areas to cover. Beyond its technical capabilities, its low cost and ease of use make it appealing for joint training exercises and cooperative missions with allied nations. Many countries with limited defense budgets might find it easier to operate and maintain this fighter jet than some of the other fifth-generation fighters. This accessibility allows for more collaborative defense programs, where multiple countries share training resources or develop combined air strategies. By choosing a fighter like the Checkmate, which is easier to acquire and manage, these countries have enhanced their defense partnerships, contributing to regional stability and security. Using the F-35 as a comparison might not be the best choice because this jet has faced many challenges from its design stage to full production, and it is nowhere near the checkmate. To understand why, let's take a closer look at the F-35 project. The F-35, also known as the Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II, was created to be the world's most advanced stealth fighter. Developed by the United States, this aircraft was supposed to replace older models and bring revolutionary capabilities to the battlefield. However, the path to making it work has been full of problems, delays, and high costs. Designed to serve multiple branches of the U.S. military, the F-35 aimed to be a one-size-fits-all fighter, which meant it needed to perform a wide range of tasks for the Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps. But that ambition quickly turned into one of the most complicated and expensive military projects in history. One major reason the F-35 became so complex is that it was built in 3 versions, having the F-35A for conventional takeoff and landing, the F-35B with short takeoff and vertical landing for the Marines, and the F-35C for aircraft carrier operations for the Navy. Each version had to meet different needs, making it difficult for engineers to design a single jet that could perform so many roles. This challenge led to technical issues and increased the time and money required to bring each version to life. One unique feature of the F-35 is its advanced stealth technology, designed to make it nearly invisible to enemy radar. Its special shape and materials help reduce its radar signature, so it's harder to detect in combat. While this stealth capability gives the F-35 an edge in sneaking past enemy defenses, it also makes the jet more expensive to maintain. The materials that reduce its radar signature are delicate and require careful handling, meaning that any minor damage could compromise its stealthiness. The F-35's cockpit is another high-tech aspect that was supposed to make it revolutionary. Instead of traditional gauges and dials, the F-35 relies on a massive touchscreen display and a helmet-mounted display system. The helmet itself is a piece of technology worth noting, as it provides the pilot with a 360-degree view, allowing them to see through the aircraft as if the jet itself were invisible. This high-tech helmet, however, came with its own set of problems. Priced at hundreds of thousands of dollars per unit, it's also heavy and uncomfortable, leading to concerns for pilots, especially in high-stress combat scenarios. For all its cutting-edge features, the F-35 has faced criticism for performance issues. One major drawback is that it can't fly at twice the speed of sound as some other jets can. In fact, the F-35's supersonic flight mode is limited to brief bursts, and there's even a warning on its control panel advising pilots to use it only in emergencies. While it's still fast, this limitation restricts its ability to perform at the speeds that many other fighter jets can reach, which could be a disadvantage in high-speed air combat. Additionally, the F-35 relies heavily on complex software to function, with millions of lines of code running its systems. This reliance on software has led to frequent glitches and has made the jet more prone to technical issues. The software complications mean that the F-35 often needs updates and troubleshooting, which has slowed down its deployment and made it harder to keep ready for action. In combat situations, any software problem could potentially limit the jet's effectiveness, raising questions about its reliability on the battlefield. The F-35 is also known for being costly to maintain. The price tag of around $80 million per jet and the maintenance costs add up significantly over time. The advanced stealth coatings need constant care, and any repairs to their sensitive technology require specialized tools and expertise, further driving up costs. This high upkeep has made it challenging for some countries to justify the expense, even if they were initially interested in purchasing the jet. Another problem that has troubled the F-35 is its ability to be ready for missions. The aircraft has faced problems with reliability, and many units have been taken out of operation for repairs at any given time. Its engine, while powerful, has faced issues, including failures in its heat-resistant coating, which can lead to expensive repairs. These maintenance delays mean that not all F-35s are flight-ready at the same time, reducing the fleet's overall effectiveness in large-scale operations. Despite these setbacks, the F-35 does have impressive weapons. It can carry a range of missiles and bombs, with an internal weapons bay that allows it to remain stealthy while still being powerful. For missions where stealth isn't as critical, it can also carry additional weapons on external mounts. This flexibility in armament allows the F-35 to perform both air-to-air and air-to-ground attacks, making it a versatile choice for a variety of missions. One of the most innovative aspects of the F-35 is its ability to gather and share information with other units in real time. It can connect with other F-35s and allied forces, creating a networked view of the battlefield. This data-sharing capability is a huge advantage, as it enables coordinated attacks and improves situational awareness for the entire team. This networked warfare concept is part of what makes the F-35 valuable, even if it has faced issues along the way. However, as advanced as it is, the F-35's development and operational issues have left room for other nations to step up with alternative options. Russia's Checkmate fighter is quickly becoming a better choice for countries looking for a new military aircraft. Many nations are turning away from the F-35 because of its high costs and complicated technology. The Checkmate's designers have even considered future updates to keep the jet competitive in a changing world. The Russian aircraft company has mentioned the plans to create an unmanned version of the Checkmate, which would allow it to be used as a drone. In this unmanned mode, it could fly missions without a human pilot, potentially being controlled from a base far away. This capability would be useful for high-risk missions where sending a human pilot might be too dangerous. The possibility of an unmanned development shows that the country is thinking ahead and aiming to keep the aircraft relevant for future warfare needs. It has also been that a two-seater version of the Checkmate will be developed soon. This development would allow for a co-pilot or systems officer to join the mission, providing additional support in high-stakes operations. The second crew member could take charge of managing weapon systems, communications, or electronic warfare, allowing the main pilot to focus entirely on flying and tactics. A two-seater variant would be useful for complex missions that require extensive multitasking or coordination with other units, giving air forces even more flexibility in mission planning. This fighter aircraft represents a significant shift in fighter jet design philosophy. By balancing affordability with advanced technology, it is also challenging the traditional fact that fifth-generation fighters must come with sky-high price tags. With this jet, countries that could not previously afford fifth-generation technology now have a potential entry point into the world of stealth and digital warfare. This shift could have a lasting impact on global air combat, making advanced air capabilities accessible to more nations, and, in turn, reshaping military strategies around the world. The Sukhoi Su-75 Checkmate is more than just a new fighter jet. It represents a new approach to fighter design, one that combines stealth, versatility, and affordability. With its AI-driven systems, stealth capabilities, adaptability for various missions, and future-focused design, it has the potential to make fifth-generation combat technology available to a broader range of countries. By providing a fighter jet that balances advanced features with cost-effective operation, this fighter jet could redefine the expectations for modern fighter jets in the years to come. Russia's Checkmate fighter jet isn't just a new player in the aviation world, but it's built with the ambition to outmaneuver and outperform, especially against competitors like the F-35. Packed with features that blend stealth, speed, and striking power, the aircraft is designed to capitalize on the weaknesses of the F-35 and to dominate in combat scenarios where every second counts. They said the F-22 was done, that its glory days were behind it. But in the world of military technology, secrets are everywhere, and some of them can rewrite history overnight. It is no longer a secret that engineers have been quietly rebuilding the future of warfare, and NASA's latest project has suddenly pushed the legendary F-22 Raptor back into the spotlight, leaving the world on edge. What's behind this unexpected upgrade? And why is the world watching so closely, bracing for the unexpected? Join us as we reveal the game-changing upgrade NASA has quietly given the F-22 Raptor. Big changes are happening. The newly elected United States President, Donald Trump, signed a major deal with SpaceX to take the F-22 Raptor to a new level, something no ally or rival saw coming. This isn't just another upgrade, it's a complete game changer. The F-22 has always been known for its stealth and air superiority, but this new phase will make it untouchable. Remember Trump's promise to shake up military contracts? It looks like SpaceX is now leading the charge, teaming up with NASA, Lockheed Martin, and even engineers from the highly secretive Area 51. The goal? A fighter jet with insane speed, precision maneuvering, and weapons that fire faster than ever. This fighter jet has long been hailed as one of the world's most advanced air superiority platforms. Since its debut, it has received steady upgrades to counter new threats, blending stealth, supersonic cruise speeds, cutting-edge avionics, and fierce firepower. Initially developed by Lockheed Martin with support from Boeing and General Dynamics, the F-22 was designed to answer the United States Air Force's call for a fighter jet that could outperform any other aircraft globally. Its journey began in the late 1980s under the Advanced Tactical Fighter Program, and the first Raptor entered service in 2005. Even though production stopped in 2009, the F-22 has remained a pillar of United States air combat power. What makes this jet so powerful is its innovative design built for stealth and adaptability. On radar, it looks small, almost like a bug, thanks to its shape, which scatters radar signals in all directions. This aircraft has 0 right angles, and its wings and tail fins are positioned to avoid detection. Its entire surface is coated in radar-absorbing material, and even the cockpit is engineered to minimize reflection. But that's not all. To stay off enemy radars, the F-22 keeps its weapons tucked inside, hides its exhaust to reduce heat signals, and runs a cooling system to handle the insane temperatures during supersonic flights. The F-22 is not just about looks. Under the surface, it is packed with high-tech sensors and electronic systems that give pilots real-time intelligence, helping them make split-second decisions in battle. And when it comes to firepower, it doesn't hold back. It carries the AIM-120 AMRAAM missile for long-range aerial combat, maintaining a tactical edge, and the AIM-9X for close-range encounters. Now, with groundbreaking upgrades backed by SpaceX, NASA, and top engineers, the F-22 Raptor is not just staying relevant, it's setting a new standard for air dominance. The Sidewinder missile, famous for its pinpoint accuracy in dogfights, now works alongside engines built initially for space missions, giving the F-22 insane new altitude and speed capabilities. Powered by a methane-oxygen mix, these next-gen engines deliver massive thrust without sacrificing control, pushing the upgraded Raptor to Mach 2.7 while keeping heat in check. NASA has even redesigned the wings using tech from supersonic aircraft like the X-15, and a new composite-based fuselage reduces drag while boosting stealth. These upgrades don't just make the Raptor faster, they unlock high-speed turns that were once considered impossible. Lockheed Martin has taken the F-22 way beyond just mechanical upgrades. The avionics system now features an AI-driven autopilot and advanced cyber defenses to block hacking attempts. The jet's electronics have been overhauled with real-time data sharing, linking it directly to Starlink satellites for seamless communication with other aircraft and bases during missions. But that's not all. Engineers at Area 51 have added a composite armor layer, making it lightweight yet tough enough to withstand impacts from 30mm rounds. Inside, the Raptor now carries an upgraded M61 Vulcan cannon and modernized internal bays loaded with air-to-air and air-to-ground missiles. Think of a high-end sports car, not just with a faster engine, but loaded with an advanced self-driving system that reacts quicker and more accurately than any human. It is locked down with top-tier cybersecurity, making hacking impossible even at top speeds. Plus, it's connected to a global satellite network, staying in constant sync with other vehicles and traffic centers, always aware of what's ahead. Its body? Reinforced with ultralight but insanely strong armor that handles major impacts without slowing it down. And it doesn't stop there. It's packed with the best tools and gadgets and built to tackle anything the road throws. That's exactly how Lockheed Martin and Area 51 have transformed the F-22 Raptor. They have taken things to the next level with the fire control system, which is now powered by artificial intelligence. It can analyze the battlefield and help the pilot launch the best attack strategy in real time. Even under electronic warfare interference, the upgraded targeting systems stay locked onto their targets with pinpoint accuracy. And stealth? It's insane. The F-22 is now coated with advanced black nanomaterials, making it practically invisible to radar, even at mid-altitudes. This is not just another fighter jet upgrade, it's a fully integrated combat system, combining AI, supersonic speed, unmatched agility, and real-time data sharing. A perfect mix of aerospace innovation and cutting-edge military tech. With all these upgrades, the Raptor now flies at Mach 2.5 with ease, climbs to 12 miles in altitude, and covers up to 1,864 miles without refueling. Its navigation system is so precise that it can lock onto targets within centimeters, giving it a serious advantage in modern air combat. In January 2025, Lockheed Martin secured a $270 million contract from the United States Air Force to equip the F-22 with the infrared defense system, adding advanced tactical surveillance and tracking sensors to improve survivability and combat power. As the Air Force moves forward with this upgrade program for the remaining 154 F-22 Raptors, even as it prepares to retire 32 older Block 20 models, the legendary fighter is transforming into a next-generation air dominance force unlike anything seen before. Heavy air superiority fighters like the F-22 Raptor have strict export restrictions. Unlike lighter jets, this one is completely off-limits for foreign sales. It was developed by Lockheed Martin Aeronautics in partnership with Boeing Defense, Space and Security, officially entering service in 2005. Around the same time, the F-35 Lightning II followed in 2015. Lockheed Martin built most of the F-22's airframe and weapons, while Boeing handled the wings, avionics, and training systems. Even though it's classified as a fifth-generation air superiority fighter, some still describe its stealth tech as fourth generation. But what sets it apart is how it combines super maneuverability, supersonic speed, stealth, and sensor fusion, all in one jet. Meanwhile, the F-35 came out of the Joint Strike Fighter program, which back in 1996 had Lockheed Martin and Boeing competing to design the following big aircraft. By 2001, the F-35 won out. The F-35 Lightning II is a single-engine, fifth-generation stealth fighter built for strike missions. It's also the first operational stealth jet with short takeoff and vertical landing capabilities. One of the biggest differences between the F-35 and F-22 is the engine setup. The F-22 has twin engines, while the F-35 runs on a single engine. That's where a lot of the debate comes in. Twin engines usually mean better safety and survivability, but single engines bring improved maneuverability and easier maintenance. Their roles are different too. The F-22 dominates air-to-air combat, while the F-35 is built for air-to-ground missions. That design choice even affects their weapon bays. The F-22's bay is wide and shallow for air-to-air missiles, while the F-35 is deep and narrow to carry heavier air-to-ground weapons, like 2,000-pound joint direct attack munitions. The F-35 is like a high-tech sports bike, sleek, fast, built for precision moves, and can weave through tight spaces effortlessly. Compared to the F-22, which is more like a twin-engine speedboat designed for open waters, handling intense chases and high-speed turns in the air. The F-35 single engine makes it lighter and more agile, while the F-22's twin engines give it extra power and backup for safety if anything goes wrong. They are built for different missions. The bike is about maneuverability, while the boat is designed for head-to-head aerial battles. Their storage layouts reflect this. One has been optimized for carrying small, sharp tools, while the other is built to haul heavy-duty equipment. Speed is another huge difference between these two jets. The F-22 was designed to handle extreme altitudes and high temperatures, while the F-35 was made for a broader range of missions. It is like comparing a race car to an all-terrain SUV. The race car is designed for extreme speed on a smooth, high-performance track, capable of handling intense heat and pushing its limits. Meanwhile, the SUV is not just about speed. It is designed to tackle all terrain, from city streets to rugged trails, making it more adaptable for different missions. It might not reach the same top speed as the race car, but its versatility makes it just as valuable. With afterburners, the F-22 reaches Mach 2.25, while the F-35 maxes out at Mach 1.6, barely faster than the F-22's cruising speed of Mach 1.5. Typically, single-engine fighters have better maneuverability and thrust-to-weight ratios, but the F-22 flips that expectation. Even though it's 28 to 32% heavier than the F-35, its twin F-119 engines push out a powerful thrust-to-weight ratio of 1.08. In comparison, The F-35 single F-135 engine delivers around 0.87. On top of that, the F-22's thrust vectoring control takes its agility to the next level, making it one of the most maneuverable jets in the sky. Radar cross-section, or RCS, is a considerable factor in stealth performance, and this is where the F-22 has a serious advantage. Even though it was designed back in the 1980s, its RCS is about 10 times smaller than the F-35, giving it a significant edge in combat survivability. Understanding radar detection in modern warfare explains why stealth matters. Enemy radar scans the sky, searching for signals bouncing off aircraft surfaces. The smaller an aircraft's radar cross-section, the closer the radar must be to detect it. In aerial combat, detection range often determines survival. The F-22's advanced stealth enables approaching targets, engaging threats, and retreating while remaining nearly invisible to enemy defense systems. Military aviation experts have spent years studying how stealth aircraft perform in real combat, and the findings reveal key differences between theoretical specifications and actual battlefield effectiveness. The F-35 Lightning II falls into what some analysts call pseudo-stealth, not because it lacks advanced engineering, but because its operational stealth is still evolving. It sits in the initial operational capability phase, meaning it can handle specific missions but has not reached full integration for high-intensity combat. This distinction matters because modern air warfare is not just about individual aircraft performance, but about real-time connectivity. The most successful military strategies now rely on network-centric warfare, where different aircraft, satellites, and ground forces share live data and coordinate seamlessly. The F-35 is working toward that level, but is still transitioning into the fully developed combat system military planners originally envisioned. This level of coordination gives the United States an unmatched edge in modern combat. The F-22 is not just limited to the Air Force, it integrates with the Navy, including carrier strike groups, through the real-time Starlink data sharing system. If a reconnaissance UAV detects a threat, the Raptor can process that data and send targeting instructions to Navy cruisers and destroyers, allowing them to take out airborne and maritime threats almost instantly. Thanks to its partnership with SpaceX, the Raptor's ability to process information has skyrocketed. It now connects to the Starlink satellite network, analyses space-based intelligence with AI, and delivers critical insights to pilots and military teams in real time. The F-22 Raptor received another serious upgrade. Lockheed Martin's TASSI IRST system brings infrared tracking to the mix, giving the fighter jet a whole new way to detect threats beyond traditional radar. Why does this matter? Radar sends out signals to find targets, but that also means enemies can potentially detect those signals. TASSI IRST works differently. It is completely passive, meaning it picks up heat signatures from other aircraft without giving away its own position. That's huge for keeping the F-22 stealthy. It is also immune to electronic warfare. One of the biggest perks of infrared tracking is that it does not rely on radio waves, so it can't be jammed or spoofed like radar can. Even in an environment flooded with electronic interference, this system would continue to function. Adding the IRST gives a layer of intelligence. Now they are not just relying on radar, but also detecting heat from enemy engines and exhaust, as well as air friction. This makes tracking threats at long range even more reliable. The bottom line is that the TASSI system takes the F-22 from radar only to a mix of active and passive tracking, making it deadlier and even harder to detect, which is a serious game changer. Raytheon has secured a massive $1 billion contract to upgrade the sensor suite of the F-22 Raptor. This significant investment underscores the government's commitment to enhancing the aircraft's operational effectiveness by improving threat detection and situational awareness. The powerhouse behind the F-22 Raptor is the formidable Pratt & Whitney F-119 engines, and this is getting a serious boost. These updates are not just routine maintenance, they are precision upgrades designed to push the jet's capabilities even further. Pratt & Whitney is rolling out software updates for these advanced engines, fine-tuning them to deliver even more thrust. This means the Raptor gains an edge in acceleration, climb rate, and sustained speed, which is important for dominating aerial combat. Beyond the immediate power boost, there is a massive $1.5 billion contract dedicated to sustaining and upgrading the F-119 fleet. This is not just about keeping the engines running, it's a full modernization effort. The goal is to ensure that they remain reliable, incorporate new technology, and maintain peak performance over time. With cutting-edge connectivity, coordination, and AI-driven analysis, the Raptor has evolved into a next-level combat machine built for the future battlefield and unrestricted by traditional limitations. However, reaching this point has not been easy. The massive budget needed for upgrades demands that every enhancement meets strict standards to justify the cost. Political pressure is another hurdle, as not everyone is happy with the United States pushing forward with military advancements. Global tensions are rising, and recent military exercises in the Baltic Sea came dangerously close to sparking a real conflict, showing just how fragile the current balance is. What started as a routine training mission took a sudden turn when F-22 squadrons were scrambled to intercept an unidentified aircraft, closing in on the flagship of the U.S. Navy's 6th Fleet. Two elite pilots went into full combat mode, activating their weapons and preparing for what could turn into a high-stakes standoff, or worse, an all-out clash. But once they got a visual on the intruder, the tension shifted. It was a Su-24M Fencer E. The encounter raised serious questions, but in that moment, a dangerous confrontation was narrowly avoided. The Su-24M might be a relic from the Soviet era, dating back more than 50 years, but in the hands of its Russian pilot, it was anything but outdated. Fully armed with 12 advanced missiles, this aircraft still packed a punch. On paper, it was no real threat to the F-22 Raptors, but the American pilots had more to consider than just air combat. Taking down a Russian jet could trigger significant geopolitical consequences. With tension running high, they had to weigh the risks fast, balancing military readiness with diplomatic caution. Every move carried implications that reached far beyond the battlefield. This was not just a one-time incident. In the first quarter of 2024, NATO reported a 25% surge in fighter scrambled to intercept Russian aircraft violating Allied airspace compared to the previous year. These encounters are becoming more frequent, keeping pilots on constant high alert. In 2023 alone, NATO recorded over 300 incidents like this, with most concentrated around the highly militarized Kaliningrad region. But this time, there was a new twist. The Su-24M took off from Gruvo Air Base near Finland's border and headed straight for NATO's live exercise zone. Even experienced U.S. Navy operations officers had to pause and assess the threat. It was an urgent and unusual situation that called for immediate action. Two elite F-22s, piloted by some of the best aviators in the Air Force, were scrambled from Amari Air Base in Estonia to intercept. Detection didn't come from the ground, it came from above. The RQ-4 Global Hawk Reconnaissance UAV, one of the most advanced surveillance tools in the U.S. military, spotted the Russian aircraft before ground-based radar even picked it up. That's rare. This shift signals a new era in which UAVs can take the lead in tracking and managing aerial threats. The incident raises serious questions about the future of combat zones and how unmanned systems might take over early detection and control, changing the balance between manned and unmanned defense strategies. The F-22 Raptor story is not just about being a fighter jet anymore. It is about how innovation, resilience, and smart upgrades have turned a legacy aircraft into a next-generation powerhouse. Once thought to be outdated, the Raptor has come back stronger, smarter, and deadlier than ever. With cutting-edge tech, AI-driven systems, and collaborations with NASA, SpaceX, Lockheed Martin, and top military minds, it is no longer just holding its ground, and it is redefining the future of air combat, proving that the race for dominance is nowhere near over.